During the meeting of the US-EU dialogue, the parties expressed concern about China's support for Russia's war against Ukraine. It was said that Chinese companies continue to evade and try to circumvent sanctions. The US and EU recognize that China's continued support of the Russian military-industrial base allows Russia to continue its war against Ukraine. This poses a threat to transatlantic and global security and stability.
China has become Russia's most important ally in military, diplomatic and economic terms. It is one of the largest buyers of Russian oil, which helps finance the war against Ukraine. In addition, it is conducting joint exercises with the aggressor country, and since the beginning of the full-scale invasion, Beijing has provided various types of UAVs, spare parts and dual-use goods.
Despite the West's sanctions, the DPRK continues to supply ballistic missiles to the Russian Federation. So Russia got new short-range Kan-02 missiles from North Korea. The Russian occupiers have already used them to strike Kiev this summer. The New York Times reports. The publication reports that on September the 3rd, the remains of 4 missiles were examined in Kiev by investigators from an independent British organization that identifies weapons used in wars around the world. They found that the North Korean missile used in the attack on Kiev in August was produced in 2024. It contained fresh components manufactured by Western countries just a year ago.
The determination of the production year that we were able to make in the field by looking at those remnants shows a very tight window between production, transfer and use. And I think that's quite significant because we are talking about North Korea, a country that has been under sanctions for almost 2 decades. Damian Splitters, Deputy Director of Operations at Conflict Armored Research in Ukraine.
In addition to the supply of arms and components, some countries are helping Russia on a political level, in particular Hungary, which has repeatedly blocked importing votes and prevented the EU from taking important decisions regarding Ukraine's assistance.
A country like Hungary is important for Russia. It plays the role of a kind of Trojan horse in the EU, especially now that Hungary holds the presidency of the EU. And in general, this country will be used repeatedly by the Kremlin as such a convenient player in European politics, which is why we see new initiatives from the Hungarian government.
Hungary has previously announced that it will block the allocation of €6.5 billion from the European Peace Fund for Ukraine. EU High Representative Josep Borrell has stated that the EU will look for a way to circumvent Hungary's veto on military assistance to Ukraine. Reported by Diana Kolesnik, Yulia Biel, UATV News.